24/7.
24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Afrika nakupenda sana. Oh, Afrika nakupenda sana.
Africa, nakupenda sana. Oh, you know, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear that sound, it is that moment where you are with me, Dr. NGWENYA, and this is the African experience. Unfortunately, my co-host is not here. I think she really have a very well-deserved holiday. But next week, she will be back and we'll be talking to her again. Wow, tonight we have another exciting woman. But before I introduce her, you know, we are still celebrating Women Month, and everybody is going on a journey to finding their purpose. I'm also going on the journey to finding my purpose, and I'm sure every woman is actually doing that. This is the theme for tonight, the journey to finding my purpose. I'm sure everybody can resonate with that. We all have, you know, different journeys to find our purpose. Our guest for tonight is someone in a quest of actually finding her purpose. She actually went into a very unfamiliar territory. She ventured into a very unusual business, very unusual, especially for Africans, but for a woman in particular. And tonight we're going to hear a lot about her. We're going to hear about her journey, and we feel inspired like we always do on this platform. You know, the African Experience is a platform where we deliberately and intentionally focus on anything and everything that is positive. You know, Africa is a very rich, you know, continent. We have beautiful people, we have rich cultures, but also we have excellent expertise, we have excellent skills and all that. And this is the platform it's all about. I'm sure everybody's like, oh, who is this guest? Let me introduce our guest for tonight. Our guest is Hloniphani Chiane. Hloniphani, good evening.
Good evening, Doctor. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your platform. I really appreciate it a lot.
You know, I already, because I posted on my social media, and I know you posted on your social media, a lot of people are already looking forward, you know, to what you have to share. Maybe let's start by knowing who Hloniphani Chiane is in a nutshell. Who are you in a nutshell?
Hloniphani Chiane is a girl who was born in the townships of Davidton. I'm the core, if I may put it that way. We are 7 at home. My mom and my parents had 7 kids, and I'm the middle child. I'm not sure if I do suffer from middle child syndromes, but yeah, I hope not. But I'm the middle child. I grew up in Davidton. I went to school in Davidton, and I finished everything in Davidton. I actually overstayed my stay in Davidton, if I may put it that way. But yeah, I'm a God-fearing person, and I'm also an entrepreneur. And something that I discovered later on in my life, that yes, this is me. That's why today we're talking about the journey of discovering myself.
Yes, and I think we will talk a little bit about that entrepreneurship. But when you talk about, you know, you coming from Davidton, you are actually, you know, taking me through, you know, down the memory lane. You know, my father was a priest, and
yes.
And I'm like, as you're talking about Davidton, I think that is where I did my sub-A there in Bafo Chico.
Yeah.
I still remember that. Oh, you just, you know, taking me back to my childhood, you know, my really childhood, you know, time. Wow. But, you know, tonight is not about me. It's about, you know, you. We want to hear the journey and all that. Maybe before we go to what inspired you to actually venture into the journey that we have taken, let me just acknowledge some of our listeners that are joining. We have Hloniphani. Thank you so much. He's saying good evening. We also have, you know, Kwena Mapuhole, I think, saying hi, Mrs. Chiane. Oh, she's there. We also have Mazwai. That's my spiritual sister there. Love her too much. Oh, they are here to listen to your journey. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe when you introduce yourself, you said Hloniphani. What is the meaning of the name Hloniphani, and does it mean anything for you?
For me in particular, it means a lot. Actually, it was my aunt's name. I was given by my father that I'm Hloniphani. And he gave me this name, and he said something. Growing up, he always used to say, you know, and he will say, I was very dark skinned. I'm still dark skinned. So I suffered from, you know, as kids, they will call you Manswe and whatsoever. And he used this name as a constant reminder that, you know what, as dark skinned as you are, people will remember you and they will respect you. So I grew up with that name lifting my spirit every time. And in whatever circumstances that I found myself in, I used to say, you know what, at the end of the day, they will know me and they will respect who I am. So every time I always say Hloniphani Eva Chiane, which means respect Eva Chiane, because you don't know what I'm coming with.
I know, I can actually feel that. And when I listen to your story, I think it also shows how important it is for us as parents to name, the children. The names that we give to our children, these are the names that either build them or, destroy them as they grow old.
Yes.
And I'm sure, I'm sure when you think of your dad and you say, oh, this name, Hloniphani, and I'm sure people will respect you. We're going to respect you, especially after hearing your story. Okay, maybe let's go back, to your business. Okay, you entered in a very unusual business. For Africans, to be honest, I don't know any other African, maybe South African, that is doing what you are doing. And you seem to be doing it very well. Tell us a little bit more about your business. What is your business all about?
Yeah, I do leather crafting, and I specialize mostly in customized bags. For me, it's more like let me help you own your idea. Okay. It's all about whatever bag you buy from me. It should be something that people will respect and you will respect. It's something that you will be proud of. When you go into a room, there will be less people or no one with the same bag. That was the initial idea of the whole thing, to the point that when I do the bags and someone else like your bag, I'll come back to you and ask for a permission, because I regard that as your style, and you need to own your style. So it was all about making sure that South Africans have good quality products, because we buy from China Mall, we afford China Mall, but at the end of the day, can you leave that to your children? So I was like, I need something that people can leave as a legacy for their children. I will say this, my father gave me a belt when I started working, and I cherished that belt for a long, long time. It was a leather belt. So for me, it was a matter of leave something for your kids, something that they will be proud of. And what better way to do that than genuine leather bag from Chiane Creations?
Okay, I'm sure people are saying, what is he talking about? Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I follow her on social media. I harvested a lot of pictures, and we're gonna show some of the pictures of the things that she does. Oh, but maybe let me acknowledge we have more people who dolled up. I don't know if that is a name, but anyway, she's saying my older sister right there, and I named my daughter after her. So you have your elder sister there, and surely I'm sure the daughter will follow in your footsteps, because she will be respected. We also have Sakan Baba. So, thank you so much for joining. Good evening to you. Rulani Baloi, the name is a confession every time one is called. Absolutely. We also have Estebeni Mhlongo. Good evening, beautiful ladies. Happy Women's Month. And she's putting a lot of hearts. Thank you so much. We have Ephraim Nkuna. Keep on shining, my sister. There are a lot of people
That's my elder brother.
That is your elder brother. Wow.
Yes,
wow,
and
wow,
Cynthia, that's my younger sister.
The family is here. There is Ephraim.
We're here to support.
Absolutely. And charity begins at home. We also have, Cynthia is really saluting. We have, Johannes Nkuna. That's my elder sister. Oh, they are bringing a lot of love. We will talk to them. We will check also the things that they are saying. But, everybody is really loving you. Okay. So now, what is the name of the company?
The name of the company is called Chiane Creations. It was a bit of a challenge to decide on the name because I always wanted people to know that it comes from Hloniphani. But I felt that I had to ask myself, why am I opening up this company? Is this company something that will not last? And then when I'm dead, then it's dead as well. But I felt that I need to leave it as a legacy for my children. I need to make sure that my children are able to take the bait and go forward with it. So we sat down as a family, and then I said, you know what? They were actually shocked because initially it was going to be a Hloni's creation. But then one day I woke up after praying about it. I said, you know what? We're going to call it Chiane Creations. I'm married to the Chiane family. So I said, it's best to have it on the family surname so that my kids can be comfortable to take it forward and take pride in that as well. So yes, it's called Chiane Creations.
Okay, but now, because this is a very unusual business, were you trained? Did you receive any form of training, or how did it actually come about to the perfection that you are? I have seen your work. You really have a perfect product. But how did it come about? Did you go through some trainings, or how did it happen that you do it the way you're doing it now?
It was actually a coincidence, to be quite honest. When God says, I will direct your steps. I believe that the journey to finding your purpose is mostly directed by God. I was looking for someone to teach me how to do clutch bags because before doing the actual genuine leather bags, I used to do African accessories, which is your head wrap. So I wanted someone to teach me that, and I found this guy in Cape Town. And I asked him, he said to me, no, I'll teach you how to do bags. I said, no, I don't want bags. I want clutch bag. He said to me, after I'm done with you, you will do more than a clutch bag. I went like, this one is taking chances. But he wasn't taking chances. So I went to Cape Town and then I got training. But what surprises me, along the way, there was quite a lot of things that God did. And I was so surprised because I didn't even have enough money to go for that course. But a guy who never knew me or never met me gave me an opportunity. He said, come through. When you are done, we'll see how we can pay each other. So I did get a formal training, and when I got there, that's when I realized that this is me. This is for me.
Wow. There is a very big story in what you are saying. Somebody sees you, somebody believes in you, and I think whoever that person is, they could see that whatever they're investing in you, it's not something that will go to waste. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very short commercial break. When we come back, we continue to explore, and we're going to show you some of these beautiful things that Hloniphani is actually making. We will take a commercial break. Don't go away.
Are you ready for the ultimate dietary powerhouse? Look no further than Masana Dietitian's Nutro Boost. Our scientifically formulated low GI food is designed to give you the boost you need to fuel your body and reach your health goals. With Nutro Boost, you have the flexibility to enjoy it as a high-fiber cereal or a satisfying shake. Simply mix it with water and indulge in the mouth-watering flavors that we have to offer. But that's not all. NutriBoost is packed with essential nutrients that are beneficial for your overall well-being. Enriched with 20 immune-boosting vitamins and minerals, it's a convenient and effective way to support your immune system. And here's the best part. NutriBoost is gluten-free, egg-free, and high in omega-3, making it suitable for those with dietary restrictions or allergies. Need an energy boost? NutriBoost has you covered. It's high in energy and protein, providing you with the fuel you need to power through your day. Whether it's a busy morning or an intense workout session, say goodbye to midday slumps and hello to sustained energy with NutriBoost. Try it today and experience the difference. For orders or to become a distributor, contact us on the following details.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the African Experience. You are with me, Dr. Hlami. Unfortunately, like I said, that my co-host Mandla MABUNDA is not here tonight. She's really, going somewhere to have a bit of rest. Tonight we are talking to a very powerful woman. Her name is Hloniphani. There is a power in the name. She was telling us that, her father gave her the name, and the father kept on telling her that people will respect you. And absolutely, listening to her story, it is very respectful. Before we show you what she's actually doing, let me go back to the lines. We have, Bo Saho. Oh, thank you so much for joining my sister. She's saying, this is my friend who turned to be my little sister right there. I have so many bags made by Chiane Creations, and I love her work. Okay. I'm also, I'm also going to show a little bit, what I have, from Chiane. And when she talks about personalizing things, it's only you who will have, that. Okay. Maybe let's say, maybe there's also Kwena who's also saying, yes, unique and stylish bag like you, my friend. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go to some of the work that you did. You said you started by doing, some accessories and all that. I think that is where we're going to start. DJ Messi, we know we are very good at stalking people. And you don't know what we have. We're gonna show because we found it on your social media, and you'll tell us what was going on there. Let's see, DJ Messi, okay. What do you have? Okay. So, and we spoke about bags, but this is what we found, and this is where you started. Tell us a little bit more about this work.
Dr. Hlami, this is one work, I don't know how to explain it because self-taught, I was sitting in my house, I was getting bored. I'm not a TV person. I don't like watching TV. So it's either I study or I do something creative with my hands. I went to Joburg the other day. I was looking for some African accessories and then I bumped into this. And then I looked at it, I went like, hi man, I can do this. I can do this.
Okay.
And then I looked at it and then I started working on it. From there, it became a business. So I started selling it a full set. It was this is actually the necklace, the neck piece, and then it had a head wrap, and then it also had bangles. That's when my customers started saying that they want clutch bags. So I needed to make sure that I put in clutch bag into the business. Little did I know that those clutch bags will change the cost of the whole thing. By then, it wasn't a serious business. It was just a hobby. Yeah. But then when we started the journey of finding the clutch bag, that's when I decided that okay, that will be the business. But yeah, this is some of my work, and this is where it started. Wow. If I may add, at the age of 8 years, I was one of those children who will follow my mom because we grew up in Davidton and my mom was selling in the corner. And I will do anything to make sure that I'm not at home. I'm with my mom to sell because I knew they will make me clean the house and all those things. And I didn't want to do that. So I used to run away and go stay with my mom. But then later on, my mom started realizing that I'm good with selling. This is for me. So I think around 8-9 years, that's when I started managing the corner by myself. Now, growing up and going to school, then I lost that because I thought to myself, okay, fine. Now I'm an employee, wara. But it catched up with me because I feel that it was engraved in me. It's something that I started at an early age. I think I was in the corner up until the age of 19, if I'm not mistaken, 19 or 20, selling. So after starting this, after looking at this and thought, man, I can do this. I did few for myself. And then I had a sister, Cynthia. She started buying. Then I was like, oh, okay. Then I'm selling this then. Then I started selling them, and that one, she always supports anything. Even if I can sell myself, she will buy me, I promise you. So when she started buying it, then I realized, okay, then I can sell this. And I use the social media platform, especially Facebook. I need to be honest, it really helped me. Because when I started posting them on Facebook, that's when I started getting more people wanting this, because it was unique. It was very unique, and I'll customize it to what you want. And for me, it was to make sure that when you enter the room, you are different and you make a bold statement. That was all about that. So that's where it all started.
Absolutely. And I see, Cynthia, she's saying the whole Ingalo family has tuned in. We are very proud of you. So everybody is really listening. But what I also like is that, your sister, for example, did not want to get it for free. She actually understood, that was a business, and she wanted to actually buy from you. And I think that is something that I'm actually learning. How then do we support, our own? Okay, so I'm going to DJ Messi again. Now show us, some of, the things that we harvested from her social media platform. Some more pictures, DJ Messi? Okay, so this is where we start. Okay, tell us a little bit more about these.
Leather is expensive. Don't get it wrong. Leather is expensive, and when you deal with leather as a crafter, you need to find a way to use each and every piece of the leather. So with my off-cuts, I was asking myself, what am I going to do with the off-cuts? So I had a pair of glasses, of sunglass pouch, and I looked at it. I went like, again, Mwanam Changani can do this. And then I stripped the whole pouch, cut it open, and then I created a new design from it. And when I did that, again, I was like testing the waters. I went like, let me see if they will like this. And I posted it, and wow, people were like, I need one. Then I started adding it into my shop as well. So yeah, this is more on making sure that whatever, because you cannot throw away leather. So I try by all means to use as much as I can. I will throw what I know that I cannot use anymore.
And now this is so classy. This is so classy. I see this back here.
Yes. I have a very supportive family, let me say that, and I have good friends, to be quite honest. I always say to people, I'm one of God's favorite children, and that I can see it from the people around me, because people around me, my friends, my family, my church mates, they forever challenge me. And I always say, when you want a bag, I say, challenge me, just challenge me. Don't go for things that I'm doing. I just need a challenge, because I want you to own your style. So my sister-in-law, who's married to Johannes Nkuna, came up with this design and say, I've seen this, but I didn't buy it because I said, Radiator go high. And I was like, wow, okay, fine. And then she placed an order. She says, I know, this one. I want this bag. So yes, I did this bag first time for her. And believe you me, I'm on the third bag on this one. I'm working on the third one. So the material is called Demin Blue. When you look at it, it looks like it's a jean. but it's pure leather. And then we had to throw in a bit of brown just to give it some boldness, because
Right.
all my bags, when you buy my bags, all I want is that when you enter into a place, you need to make a bold statement.
Wow. Wow. Yes. No, I mean, and what I like is that, your family, they start, believing in you and they start to support. Wow. Let us see if there is another. I know I've collected so much, we could actually, spend the whole show by talking about, some of the things. Wow. What about this? Wow, 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 wow. This is so classy.
Yeah, this one, especially the big one, it's a traveling bag. Again, my sister-in-law challenged me on that one. And it took me almost 3 months, to be quite honest, because it's one of the most challenging bag. And with the bags, when you start them, that's the most challenging thing. The design, it's challenging. When you do it the first time, you make mistakes and stuff like that. I made quite a lot of mistakes, but eventually I managed to do it. And the cherry on top of the cake on this one is the personalization, the elephant. She's married to Ndlovu, to Pastor Ndlovu. Her name is Mildred. It's Mabun Ndlovu. Then I had to put in an elephant, to say this is the Ndlovu, for the Ndlovu family. Of which, of late, I've noticed that most of the people, they like this engraving because it speaks to them. When you put in their names, I don't know, maybe they are scared to say they don't want to buy DH anymore. They want to buy NGWENYA or Eva Chiane and stuff like that. So I'm seeing quite a lot of people buying that. And another thing with this collection is that leather, we normally look at it as black, brown, and light brown. Now, these colors are now starting to come up, because all along we knew all those colors. Now, when you come up with these new bold colors, people go like, wow, it becomes a different thing. So I've sold everything in this picture. Everything has been sold because of the color. Now people are no longer scared to say, make me a green bag, make me a blue bag, make me, they're not restricted into one color. And that's what I want. I want people to own their style, to own their own color. That's why when you place an order with me, I come with a color swatch and say, this is what is available. What do you want? Which one do you want? Because I want you to be involved in the whole thing, the whole process. I want you to be involved so that, one guy said at work, said, I've designed this designer. If you want it, you must ask permission from me. So that's my core existence in this business. Make sure that you have what you want. So that rate, it was a bold statement, and I love that collection. Pity I don't have none of those bags in my house anymore because they are all sold. None of it.
Yeah, but this is so beautiful. I mean, as much as you were, okay, maybe we're still talking about the other bag. As much as you were actually doing it for someone else, I can resonate with it. My mother is in Ndlovu. I just saw that elephant. I'm like, wow, that could actually be my bag. And as a Tsonga child, I love my bright colors. Woo, that is really, really inspiring. Okay, let me go back to the lines. We have, Jolene Mangayi. Thank you so much, Pastor Jolene, for joining. She's saying, good evening, African Experience family. We also have Chiamo Mateta, hand pink waving, Sister Eva. I'm sure
that's one of my biggest customers. That guy loves leather. He's one of my biggest customers, that one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, your stuff is really, really beautiful. We're going to go for another commercial break. When we come back, we will continue to talk about, because I know we haven't really scratched the surface of the beautiful things that you are able to do. We're going to showcase, some of the things that you are able to do. And we're going to ask you, if people want to buy, how do they actually contact you? But before we do that, we're going to take another commercial break. Don't go away.
Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are at the right platform. That is the African Experience with me, Dr. Hlami. You know, I'm still wearing my duke because, you know, we are still celebrating, you know, Women Month. My colleague is not here tonight, but oh, I'm having fun. I know she's going to be, you know, she's going to catch up, you know, online, you know, just to catch up on the inspiration that I'm actually getting tonight. I'm sure, you know, the people that are also joining online, they feel inspired by the conversation that we are having with, you know, Hloniphani, Eva, Chiane. Okay, so so far we just saw, you know, some bold, you know, colorful bags. We saw, you know, the pouch for the sunglasses and all that. We want to see a little bit more of your artwork or maybe your creation. DJ Messi, what else do we have? Oh, look at that. Huh. What is the story behind this? And this is what I like, you know, every item that you have, there is a story behind it. What is the story behind this?
This one was inspired by my daughter, Refilwe Matapelo Chiane. She always says I must call her correctly because her names means power. It's very powerful. So her name is Refilwe Matapelo Chiane. From the day when she knew that I make leather bags. When she was at school, she refused to hold, like, to take any bag. She wants a leather bag for school because her mom makes leather bag. So
Okay.
the other day she says, "Mommy, I want a minimalistic bag." We call them minimalistic bag. I need a small bag, portable, just for my phone and my wallet. Please make me one. I went like, I'm way too busy. Just wait, I'll do one for you. But then she kept on pestering me about these small bags. Then I made her a black one. When I made her the black one, I posted it on social media. Then the rest is history. Then I started seeing people buying. The other day I went on a market day. I think I had 3 of them. They were all sold out, and people were saying, "We need this bag." That's when I realized this is the best creation because it's small, it's portable, and you can remove the strap on some of them and have it like a clutch bag. Even though as a clutch bag, I really use it like that, but some of them, they use it like that. So this was inspired by Refilwe Matapele Chiane, who says, "I hate big bags. I need a small bag, which I will use to put my phone, my wallet, and my lip gloss." So that's how this came.
Okay. Wow. I know there is a lot when people go to your social media platform, they're going to get a lot. And before we end the show, we're going to ask you to tell us, you know, where people can actually find you. We don't want to finish everything here because then we want people to really contact you to actually get more. This is really, really inspiring. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. This is the African Experience. We are talking to our beautiful sister here, Hloniphani Eva Chiane. Wow, 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 wow. You know, she always says she went into the journey of finding her purpose and listening and seeing the work that she's actually doing. Definitely, she actually found, you know, her purpose. Okay, so other than bags and you know the accessories, what else do you do? What kind of, you know, what other products, you know, do you do?
Again, you know, when God says, I will direct your steps. Favor will locate you. I believe in the book of Habakkuk 2, verse 2, chapter 2, where it says, "Make known of your plans to God." And that's what I've done, because I saw this machine, an engraving machine, and I went like, I wish I can have one. I love this machine. And one day I saw an ad on internet, and they were selling these machines. I think when initially in South Africa they cost close to 7,000 or 10,000 rand. Then I saw these guys. They importing from China, and it was on a reasonable price. And then I ordered that machine. Wow, that machine made my life, or made Chiane creation, because now I can do chopping board. I can do engraving on your diaries. I can, like, anything that has to do with engraving on wood and leather that I can do. And it helps a lot, because with all this the waste that I have on my leather, that's what I use, especially for your key rings, engraving on the key rings and stuff like that. But yeah, we I don't focus strictly on just leather bags. I've ventured into wood as well, where I do engraving on wood.
I see.
Yes.
Personalized.
Personalized,
I've
yes,
got,
personalized.
yeah, I people have to see, they have to see entertainment. They have to see my I also have, wow. I remember when you sent me these, that was so beautiful. You actually asked me, what is your favorite verse? And I told you my favorite verse. And this thing came, and it has got, Dr. Shlami, wherever I travel, people have their notebooks. Mine, nobody can actually even steal it. It's so personalized. This is mine. Oh, it's so fine. I really, but maybe I have to order something that is so colorful. I like that red or green. Yeah. Oh, my order is really coming. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. But now you also personalize, hats and many other things. Let me see what else we managed to find, on your social media platform. DJ Messi, just surprise us with whatever you have. Well, okay. We get, some hats here.
Yeah.
Hloniphani, are you able to see the hats?
Yes, I can see the heads. This is my latest edition. I think I started doing this. The gentleman by the name of Tsiamo Mateta, he's the one who challenged me on this one. He said, I want something, I want a hat, I want something with a leather African map and stuff like that. I don't make the hats myself, but what I do, I've got a die that I use to cut different shapes. And it so happened that I fell in love with the Africa map. One thing about the Africa map on the heads, for me, it says that I'm an African and I'm proud of it. I'm going to put it in my head. So everyone must know that this is who I am. It's my identity. It's in my bloodline. There's so much pride in being an African, to be quite honest. And for me, this is a way to say, you know what, as an African, love yourself. Love yourself and love who you are. So yeah, these are my favorites. And they, for some reason, they are selling. I had a group of hikers who came and said, just make for our group same color, engrave our logo. And we did that, and they really love it. They really love it.
Wow.
Yeah. And this came from some of the waste that I have from the leather. Because leather doesn't rot. So if you throw it on the bin, you've got nowhere to throw it. So I went like, let me rather cut these shapes and use them. And I also have them as key rings as well. So yeah, this is one of my latest. We maximize everything in the leather, because leather it's expensive, and I'm so grateful that I've managed to find something to use for maximizing these leather pieces.
Wow. This is so beautiful. I work in the agricultural space, and I can imagine, my agriculturists there, they could actually find, those hats. They will actually, it will be, so important also for them. Let me see. I saw, some caps as well. And I know you have belts. Maybe let's tell us a little bit more. Wow. I love, that African map there. Wow, This is so beautiful.
The African map on the heads, Dr. Hlame, to be quite honest, it makes a very bold statement. Every time when I see people wearing it, I get so proud. It gives me that I am an African and I am a true African. But let me add something on these heads with an African map. A guy came to buy a belt, and then he came to collect in my house, and then he saw this work, and then he was like, I love your craft, but I will never buy it. And I went like, why? He says to me, all your bags have tags, but these hats, they don't have tags. So if they don't have tags, people will buy it and go and resell it. until you have a tag on these caps, then I will buy it. Dr. Hlabi, I'm telling you, it took me 2 months. I was thinking, how am I going to do that? And again, when God is in the midst of your purpose, He will direct you. Favor will locate you. He will put in resources. He will put people around. Then I spoke to the guy who did the tag for my bag. I went like, I want this thing. He said, piece of cake, I'll make it for you. So these hats now, they have TC logo. So for me now, is saying TC logo is going the Africa style. We're going to Africa now. It's not only for South African, but it's all Africans, and it will be known even overseas that there is a TC in South Africa.
Yeah. Wow, this is so beautiful. Let me go to the lines again. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. This is really cool. I'm so loving it. I love this. I love the boldness. I love the customization of things. Wow. Let me go back to the lines. We have Mayandeni, Mayandeya Amu, who say the Mayandeya family is also here. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, we have Miss Vuma there. Very nice. This is really beautiful and all that. But you also do belts. What else? What else do you do? Belts and many other things.
Dr. Hlabi, anything that has to do with leather, challenge me. I always say, just challenge me. I love the challenge. I just love the challenge.
Wow. Oh, so these are the key rings.
These are the key rings. It's wood and leather.
Wow. I like the the TC. I see that. Tender care there.
Yeah.
Wow. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful.
Thank you.
But okay, because I'm one of the people that are following you on social media, and you indicated that you market your stuff on social media. But I also saw you physically in some places, and you making inroads in other places. Where do you market your stuff?
At the moment, it's social media and markets. Any markets that I can get myself into, I go there. But it's a bit of a challenge because I'm working full time as well. So weekends is for me to create bags. So it becomes difficult. That's why I decided, let me rather go into the digital space. So at the moment, I'm working on my online shop, where people will be able to access my work from there. But I still want to do the markets, because the market is a nice one because you get to feel it. I just love it. I must be honest. Most of the people who knows leather, when they touch it, they will touch it and then they will bring it to their nose and they smell it. And there's that, it is pure leather. I just love that. I really, that makes me happy to say that you are acknowledging that this is pure leather. It's different from the plastic. This is the pure leather. So now what are you going to do about it? So I love markets as well. I do markets, but at the moment it's a bit of a challenge to do more markets because I need to be at home and making these bags.
I see. I love that. And, as much as, the digital platforms are good, but digitally does not give you that,
smell. Yeah, true.
Okay, we're going to take the last commercial break. But before we do that, I want to acknowledge Suzu Vuma. She's also saying, I love her work. We're going to take our last commercial break. When we come back, we are talking more to Hloniphani Eva Chiane. Let's take a commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the African Experience. Tonight's show, it's the journey to finding your purpose. Our guest, Hloniphani Chiane, wow, wow, wow. What a beautiful, beautiful soul. And you know, the work of her hands speaks for itself. Wow. She's really, really found, you know, her purpose. Okay, so Hloniphani, more question for you. You know, I know when we do things, you know, there are some challenges that we encounter. What are some of the challenges that you encounter as you entered into this space, you know, that is very unusual? And what can you advise somebody who aspire or who wishes to actually, you know, follow on your footsteps?
The biggest challenge with this leather business is the material itself, because you can have the tools, you reuse the tools, but you cannot reuse the material. So like especially if you want to customize, if I say choose your color and then you choose the red, then that means I must go and find that red material, you know. And if you look at it, you won't make money from the first bag. You will only start making money when you do more bags. So it's important that when you get an order for a specific color, when you start with standard colors that you know that many people will love to buy. Then start building slowly, put in one color, you know, as time goes on. And the other difficult thing about this leather business is the tools are expensive. The tools are expensive, very, very expensive. So when you go into this business, don't just go and say, I'm going to do leather business and I'm going to spend money on it. What you need to do, find out what you want to do on the leather industry. Do you want to do bags or do you want to do belts? If you want to do belts, buy only material for the belts and then work yourself up. The moment you realize that, okay, now I need to go and do the leather bags, that's when you start buying. And what I did with my business, whatever I made, I reinvested it back into the business. Lucky because I'm working full time, so it made it easy for me to say, okay, I'm not touching this money. I'm gonna buy another tool or another material. So I didn't use the money for myself or the family. I worked on making sure that I acquire more tools and machines that I want. And what happened is when I came back from Cape Town, I didn't even have a space. Dr. Hlabe, my house was a mess because I was working on my kitchen table. But there's one thing that I did when I came back from Cape Town. I had a veranda at the back of my house. I remember I felt like I was crazy on that day. I stepped into that veranda. I went into the four corners of that veranda, and then I said, God, this will be my studio. And as we speak right now, I'm in my studio. All my equipment are around me. And I can comfortably say I'm only left with one machine to buy. Then my studio is complete. And now it takes me back to the journey of Chiane creation, and the topic of finding my purpose. My purpose in life is to share a skill. It's not about selling the bags, but to share a skill. I want to be part of the people who will contribute positively in our economy. I want that girl in the location to have something to keep him going, to keep her going, to give her some money to buy pads and stuff like that. So that's something that I'm looking forward to do in Chiane creation. And I always say, God, you've given me the studio. Now I need to work for you. I need this studio to be a blessing to someone else. I want someone else to say, you know what, I've been blessed. But once I do that, these are some of the things that I'm going to teach them, that this industry, it's not an easy industry. When you enter into it, you need to make sure that this is what you want, because you might have money, you might buy tools, but at the end of the day, not even use it. So you need to be passionate about it.
Yeah,
you need to be passionate.
I think there is a question. Yeah, there are some questions. There's a question that I want to take, but let me acknowledge, Zinhle Mabuza, very beautiful work she does. She's so gifted. Pastor Johnny also beautiful products. You are an inspiration, Stacey. But there is a question from Chiane. how do you stay consistent? People start businesses, but they can't keep up. Especially me, she was like, our face covering. She's like, she's covering it. So what can you advise?
Do something because you love it. Don't do it. I think that the problem with the business is because people go bake cakes because if I was baking cakes, then I can bake cake as well. But it doesn't work like that. What is it that you can offer? I believe that we came into this world with different gifts, all of us. But you need to tap into your own gift and do that. So now, what makes me stay consistent, when I have a bag, where I have an order of a bag, and I put it in there, I cut it, and then I go like, I'm tired, and I try to go to sleep. One thing that will come back to me is that, you know what? You made a promise, deliver. So for me, it's all about making sure that I stick to what I've said. If I say I'm going to deliver, my motto is that we will meet and exceed your expectations. So I have to make sure that I meet and exceed your expectation. But if I'm not consistent, then I'm going to have a problem. So consistency is, you can only achieve it if you're doing something that you like. When you have your purpose, when you finally find your purpose will never allow you to give up.
Absolutely. And I think you are actually unpacking it very well. So it's not only consistent from your experience. If you are consistent and you are doing something that you're really, really passionate about, it's to do my here. She definitely agrees with you. She's saying dedication and consistency is admirable. We also have those who are very proud of you. Wow, you can see people are really proud of you, but people are also proud of your work. When you are having fun, the time is really flying. Let me go back to DJ Messi. DJ Messi, do you have more pictures that we have not shown? Okay, so while DJ Messi is okay, I think this one we have seen. I think this is where you really started, no?
Yes. Those are the earrings.
You still do this?
I still do it, but now what I want to do now, I want to teach now how to make earrings, because the reason for my existence is to make sure that people are able to generate some income. What more than teaching people how to make earrings? If you sell 2 earrings a day in a market, it could be 100 rand. Then you can buy bread for your kids. So it's something that I packed it aside, but now God is saying, go back to it because you need it. My people need it.
Absolutely. Okay, and saying that, I wanted to ask you a question. Where do you see Chiane Creations in the next?
I think I've touched a little bit on it. I see Chiane Creation in the next 4 or 5 years, creating employment for someone or some people. I see Chiane Creation sharing skills with people in a form of a training, because now I have a studio. I feel that what I know, someone can benefit out of it. So I don't want to be selfish. People that know me, they know that I'm not selfish. So I want to share this skill. And I believe that the more younger people who will branch into this business, they might not even need to work, because sometimes we look for work only to find that our hands is actually our work. So I want to get that one child in the location or in the rural area to understand that I can create employment. I mustn't wait for employment. So what's the in line for Chiane Creation in the future is for us to contribute positively in the economy of South Africa.
Okay. So if there are some people who want you to talk to them and inspire them, do you organize some, talking, a show or maybe talking platforms? People invite you. Are you open to something like that?
Yes, I'm open to that. Dr. Hlame, I feel that I've been in the background for quite some time, and I feel that people need to know my story, because my story will inspire a lot of people. People will understand that you can do, even the Bible says it, you can do anything, And for me, one thing that I want to drive into the society is for them to understand that it is possible. You can do it. You can find your purpose, and you can make an income from your purpose. So yes, I am open for any invitation. I am a preacher. I love preaching. So yeah, I'm comfortable talking in front of people.
Okay. So if people want to buy your stuff, where can they find you? Which are the platforms? Maybe just share a little bit your social media platform or contact details where people can find you to place orders.
Okay. At the moment, I'm currently working on my online shop. I think maybe next month everything will be in order. So, but at the moment, you can find me on Facebook. It's at Chiane Creations. I'm also on Instagram. It's Chiane Creation, which is TJI. It's spelled different from the same name. It's TJIANE. Then Creations. I'm in Facebook. I'm in what you call LinkedIn as well, and I'm also in Instagram at the moment. And now my kids taught me TikTok as well, so we are also on TikTok. We are using TikTok for positive things now. Yeah. But also you can place on order. I can send you my online catalog. You can reach me on 082 965 2850. 082 965 2850.
Wow. Thank you so much. When you are having fun, and especially when you are feeling inspired, the time is actually running. This is Women's Month, and we are going almost to the end of it. What is your key message that you want to say to the women of South Africa and the women overall?
For me, I'll say to my sisters out there, you know what? You can do things for yourself. Stand up and do it for yourself. Find your purpose, and use whatever God has given you. We have talents. We have different talents. If you have any talent that God has given you, identify it and use it for I always say use it for your glory, for God's glory. Even though maybe it might give you money, but you're using it for God's glory. And another thing that I want to drive in this Women's Month is that you are work yourself. Yes, you're looking for work, but you are work yourself. Find that one thing that you can do. It's that thing of I cannot be selling. It's old-fashioned stuff. We sell anything these days. We sell everyone. We sell everything. So please find something to do with your time as a woman.
Wow, thank you so much. What a parting shot. You are work, so don't only look for work, but let us use our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have time for tonight. Thank you so much, Hloniphani, for sharing the journey, the part of you, the inspiration, the passion, and for sharing, with our listeners. And thank you to our listeners for always joining in and really, really, really finding something to do with your hands. Thank you. Next week, we bring you yet another powerful woman as we finish the Women's Month. And thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Hlami, for your time.
Thank you.
Streaming 24/7. 24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Africa, nakupenda sana. Oh, Africa, nakupenda sana.